Sup guys, I'm METALHEAD. I'm doing 150 classic albums by the end of the year. I'm also doing new releases. I don't usually do singles, but Bring Me the Horizon is my favorite band of all time, and I haven't done any of their new music really. I started this channel around 2024, and that their new 2024 album came out, and I just never listened to it, and I've been trying to find an excuse to finally listen to some Bring Me the Horizon on the channel because I absolutely adore them. So I thought, damn, they're coming out with Dehumanized, and I have never really listened to their deathcore sort of stuff. I found them when I was like 8 years old, and I was playing like Modern Warfare 2 with my dad's best friend, who was basically my uncle's stepson, and he was playing Suicide Season and stuff like that. But I knew of Bring Me the Horizon, and then in my teens, I found them when I was like 14, 15, listened to them a lot after Linkin Park, Chester Bennington passed away, and I absolutely fell in love with like Septernal, That's the Spirit, and then Post-Human Survival Horror, when that came out, was my absolute shit, listened to it unbelievable amounts of time, and then I just haven't checked out the 2024 album because I've been meaning to get to it on this channel. And yeah, so I haven't listened to Suicide Season front to back. I haven't listened to There Is a Hell front to back, despite the fact that I feel like I would absolutely love that record. And I haven't listened to Count Your Blessings, which I think is the 2006, and I haven't heard the 2004 project either. But this is a good time because their 2006 album is getting remastered soon, so I'm probably going to be listening to that when it first comes out as well. So this is going to be my first like dabbling into their deathcore sort of stuff, because I always listen to their metalcore onwards, and I've just never delved into their deathcore. Because on this channel, I am delving into a bunch of classic albums and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, before this channel existed, I maybe listened to 10 albums front to back my entire life, and like 4 of them were the Bring Me the Horizon records. I just didn't delve into all of their stuff. But yeah, with all that being said, I'm curious to delve into a reimagined version of their 2006 stuff, because I assume their Count Your Blessings in 2006 doesn't have the same level of production quality, which is probably the reason why they're remastering it and going back to it and like reimagining it. So yeah, I'm curious to see like an updated deathcore sound, because I don't think there's too many bands that are doing that, or if there is, I haven't really heard about them. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Kind of like Dear Diary sort of stuff, which I fucking love. Oh. I'm sorry to pause already. I always have fucking adored Bring Me the Horizon's music videos. Like, Ollie Sykes is just able to do it so massive, like so fucking well. Like Diffuse music videos, all that sort of stuff, absolutely incredible. I just love that. This fucking Gritty, I adore it. Also, I realize now, I always thought I didn't necessarily like deathcore sort of stuff because I was like, oh, it's too heavy, or like the scratchy screams, I like a lot more melody into my stuff. But I just don't think that's the case. Like, listening to this, I quite like this. And I think the reason that I quite like this is because it has better production quality. Like, back then in 2006, all of the deathcore bands that, like, I would have vaguely heard a track from, they aren't massively major label-backed artists like Bring Me the Horizon was, like, is now. So all of their stuff just didn't have the same level of production quality. But, like, this here, I feel like I could easily fuck with it because it just sounds very crisp and clean. It doesn't necessarily, like, and it sounds heavy as fuck, and I really enjoy that. I think before it was like the piercing quality of like the recording mics and stuff like that was probably the thing that I didn't necessarily love as much. This would go fucking ham live. Ooh, the visuals are crazy. Oh. This sounds sick. I'm actually so excited to listen to the remaster now, for like, and listen to the album for the first time. Ooh. The classic Holy Sucks voice. Well, actually, less so classic, because this would be the classic voice of Deathcore. Oh, I love like it's not like symphonic or anything like that, but like this sort of portion as well, like a little bit more cinematic soundtracky vibes as well. Oh, that's sick as fuck. I love the kick drums. Oh, I don't think it's kick drum actually. I love it. This makes me want to delve more into Deathcore stuff. Like, over on my Patreon, that's where I get all of my listens, basically. Like, I only do new releases and Patreon requests. There's about 300 people that are subbed over on the Patreon. They all have the ability to request an album every single month. And I haven't had a Deathcore album since. I've done about, like, and I've done 500 albums this year alone, but I haven't done any Deathcore. And I didn't know that I don't know about any bands that have kept up with it to make sure that, like, they're still carrying it on, because I've heard there's still metalcore bands and stuff like that. And there's, like, even heavier sort of metalcore bands, like the 2024 Knocked Loose was actually closer to this than what, in my mind, than like 2013 Sempiternal, for example, right? I feel like Knocked Loose is actually closer towards this Deathcore, which, again, makes me realize that I don't think I dislike Deathcore. I always thought I did, but I don't think I do. And I would love to check out more Deathcore stuff. And it means that I'm very excited to delve into the 2006 remaster of Count Your Blessings for the first time. That will be dropping then, so if you want to sub, and it will definitely come in like the next 2 weeks or so, I think. But yeah, this is sick. Are there any like modern deathcore bands that have this level of production quality? It's a fucking gnarly music video, I like it. I have no idea what a perfect 10 out of 10 deathcore song sounds like, because I've basically never heard it. But for me, I would give this a 9 out of 10, easy. I think it's fucking amazing. Like, it is almost single-handedly made me realize, I probably will like deathcore. Also, I'm very curious, because my understanding was Oliver Sykes, or Ollie Sykes, he didn't do this sort of music because it absolutely lacerated his fucking vocals. But it doesn't feel like or sound like he skipped a step from like the very small snippets I've heard from like the earliest stuff. I wonder how he's doing it again, because I know that he basically lost his entire voice and had to relearn how to sing and how to scream and all that sort of stuff without fucking lacerating his vocal cords. How is he doing this sound? Because I don't know of any like frontman or vocalist that can do this sound without it lacerating their vocals. But yeah, anyway, just fucking amazing track, and I'm very much excited for the new Bring the Horizon, and I will be listening to it, so stay subbed and all that sort of stuff. If you want me to listen to any other Bring the Horizon, which I would be so fucking grateful if someone does. Over on my Patreon, it's $5 a month starting out, all the way up to 18, depending on the length of the album. And you get to request an album every single month. You get to request, and yeah, all that jazz. I would love to listen to the 2024 album, because it is the only modern album of theirs that I haven't heard, because I've been putting it off until this channel. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I absolutely love you. Peace.